Opening. If God can do anything, can he make a rock so big that he can't lift it? Now there's a provocative question. It's a paradoxical riddle that challenges the notion of divine omnipotence, and yet, it's also a fascinating tool to explore the nature of God from a Catholic perspective. This enigma stirs curiosity, doesn't it? Well, you're in the right place to find some answers. Closing. Stay tuned as we unravel the Catholic apologist's response to this mind-bending question. The Catholic apologist answers no, such a rock could not exist. So, why is that? It's because in the Catholic perspective, God is seen as truth itself. This means there can be absolutely no contradictions when it comes to him. If there were, he wouldn't be the truth, would he? This is the very essence of the Catholic understanding of God's nature. Now let's dive a bit deeper. In the Catechism of the Catholic Church, or CCC, we find this profound statement. Nothing is impossible with God, who disposes his works according to his will. Remarkable, isn't it? It underscores the belief in God's omnipotence, his absolute power over everything. But it's not a reckless power. It's a power guided by his divine will, his ultimate plan for the universe. But here's where it gets a little tricky and perhaps a bit counterintuitive. There are things that God can't do. Yes, you heard it right, but don't be too quick to judge. This is not a limitation. Rather, it's a testament to his perfect nature. For instance, God can't move because he is everywhere. He can't do evil because he is all good. He can't change because he is perfect. So, while it may seem counterintuitive, there are indeed things that God can't do. Actually, there are things God can't do. Now, before you raise your eyebrows, let's unpack this. These can'ts don't limit God's power. Instead, they revolve around his divine nature. Take, for instance, movement. We humans move from place to place, but God, he can't move because he's already everywhere. He fills the universe and beyond, making movement irrelevant. Then there's doing evil. God can't do evil because he is all good. His nature is the embodiment of perfect goodness, making evil an impossibility. Lastly, let's consider change. We change, grow, and evolve. But God, he can't change because he is already perfect. There's no need for him to change because he embodies perfection. These ideas are deeply rooted in Scripture, with references found in Psalms, Sirach, Wisdom, and the Catechism of the Catholic Church. In the end, these cants do not lessen his all-powerful nature, but rather, they highlight the inherent paradoxes in our human understanding of the divine. So can God create a rock so big that he can't lift it? The answer is no. Such a rock contradicts God's nature of omnipotence. It's less about the rock and more about understanding God's nature. Remember, in understanding the divine, human logic can only take us so far. It's a journey of faith, not just of the mind.